Ooh, that's good.
Ooh, that's good.
Yes. I won't lie, there's some blood in the water, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to jump at it, because that's what it's there for.
Let's run by a little hypothetical with you. How about we do a little hypothetical game? Yeah, sound good? Everyone want to play the little hypothetical game?
Well, let us jump right in. What if I were to tell you that these people are living in a bubble? Could you imagine that there's just these types of people out there who are the ultimate kind of food for the people like Devin Nunes? I could not believe what I was hearing yet again on InfoWars. Here, let me portray to you this hypothetical. Let's say that I'm Devin Nunes, and I hear of a young, intrepid person who's interested in politics, and he wants to feel special and be a part of the political arena. And he's so interested that I can notice that the brainwashing from the MSM, yes, the programming is setting in, so much so he supports me so, and he doesn't even know why. Yes, and I use this to my advantage. What would happen if I noticed the spark within someone like this already? What would happen if I added, let's say, some fuel to that spark? You don't think I could create a fire? Well, let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Chase, thanks for holding on the air worldwide. Go ahead. Hey, thanks for taking my call, Alex. Hey, Patriot from Frontlines, California. Now, this is the perfect nexus, I believe, for Congressman Nunes, InfoWars, and my situation. This internet censorship. I've been getting hit on YouTube, I've been finding out. Now, I called my representative is Congressman Nunes, and I let him know that I want to be, I want my rights defended. I want to know what we can do, so I made contact with his office.
When will someone tell him that he would make the cutest little ribbon around Devin Nunes' finger, being the cute little patriotic bow that he wants to be? Yes, you think someone like Devin Nunes couldn't exploit someone like Chase the Patriot? Think about it. All he has to do is send him
one little phone call, acknowledge him just one little bit,
and he'll have him hooked forever. Just think about it. Like he says, he's got all of his friends, his family, his videos and everything. He's got free free support, free blind support from someone who doesn't even know him, knows nothing about him, but yet the programming has created the individual matrices that it does for these people's minds. Just think about this for a second. And this is only just barely scraping the surface.
Cities, things that never existed, things that couldn't exist in the real world. I need an architect who's as good as I was.
When will people realize just because you can see everything doesn't mean you're part of the game? Hello, it's like that scene in Constantine where you have to have the special abilities to see past the card. If it was really so easy, they wouldn't show everybody it, remember? Hello, think about it. Think about how easy it would be just for one phone call to set off a catalyst of him supporting Devin Nunes through like a virus, replicating himself. Doesn't even know that Devin Nunes forced Obamacare on everyone and everything. Doesn't even realize that Devin Nunes has been there for 15 years and hasn't accomplished anything besides put chains and shackles on the American people. Let me ask you something. If I was going to be asking Devin Nunes, I would ask him, what kind of agenda takes 15 years to accomplish? Because clearly he hasn't accomplished anything. He only moves with the tide. He is like a palm tree. He just bends whichever way the wind blows. Funny how when ACA became unpopular, he wants to vote to repeal it. Duh, that's how he reclaims his power. Do you see how easy it is for this virus to spread? All he needs to do is acknowledge Chase, and then Chase will go out there and support him automatically, just like telling his friends and family, getting all the... You don't think that this is what they think about? You don't think that... Why else pay for all the brain activity? Why else pay for all the stats, statistics? Why pay for all the political science and everything? Look at this. Devin Nunes only controls this one small little section of California, but yet acts like he wants to be the arbiter of the United States, acts like he wants to be God of the United... He can't even manage his own little district, let alone want to be God of the United States. Let me show you something here. Manipulation. These people are masters at manipulation. Just like you don't think if I was in politics and I see someone like, you don't think that if he's trying to make a message to Devin Nunes and he reaches out, you don't think I've completed the tether? I'm ultimately looking for someone like Chase in politics. See, this is the problem. Most conservatives, sunshine patriots, whatever, they don't even go this far, let alone this deep into it, thinking that,
oh, if I was in politics, I would be perfectly looking for someone like Chase the Patriot. He's gonna go around and promote me for free, tell his friends and family about me for free, get me reelected for free,
without even realizing that I have accomplished nothing but constant enslavement, undermining the Constitution at every chance I get, while pretending to give dopamine hits that I've accomplished something. Like I said, ask him in 15 years, what has he accomplished? Absolutely nothing. And yet he still wants to perpetuate his enslavement. You see what I'm talking about? This is the perpetual enslavement that I'm talking about. This is the virus, the cancer, the replication of like words of what all the MSM does, what Tory News. I guarantee you he watches Tory News too. So he's just getting all those conservative talking points. He's just reacting just like the liberals. It's the same thing about the mental defect. All you gotta do is just say like Devin Nunes. Already he's getting an image in his head. You say something bad about Devin Nunes, he's already contemplating how to defend Devin Nunes. Doesn't even know why. Just automatically as like a synapse, like a muscle reflex. Perfect kind of soldier in the political environment. If I was Devin Nunes, I was looking for. Like I said, he's got a YouTube channel too. A lot of these young people out there, that's what they like in politics. So these people, they're realizing the game like how Donald Trump won. So he really needs someone like that. Yes. And then he goes out there like the beginning virus. He infects one and then that one affects another. Not truly knowing why they support them. They just know that they need to support them. They don't know why. They just need to. It's almost like Inception, where they implant the ideas in your mind or whatever, because I guarantee you he only remembers all this good stuff about Devin because he's just a virgin to politics. He was just birthed into the political arena. So if you try to say anything bad about total defect, that's perfect. Just the programming as set in like the MSN on Tory News, completing the circle. Already incepting the idea that he is a good person and you should not question anything he says, just like Mike Adams said about the doctors in the lab coat. It's all a game, a symbol of authority. Devin Nunes truly does not care about what he has to say about his freedoms or whatever. Clearly. Look at his path. This is only the second level that I've gone down. Truly incredible. Anyway, let's continue on. Look at this. Democratic social... You mean Marxists? The Marxists have supported this person. Unbelievable, Cynthia. You don't think that the female in politics isn't another grand distraction? You don't think this is part of the whole game? You don't think that they're out there forfeiting all their freedoms, all their rights and everything to maintain the status quo, to keep their power, to keep the illusion, to keep looking for soldiers, pretty much like Chase the Patriot, to manipulate the sinisterness behind that? Just think about that. A lot of these sunshine patriots, they don't even have this sinister gene in them. So like coming to even contemplate this isn't even in their reality. That is the whole point of being the architect. Like Inception. They need to be there. They need to build the false reality for each individual, because the whole reality doesn't work for everyone. Like in the Matrix, entire crops were lost. It doesn't work that way. You need to split it up. That's why we see so many groups right now out there. So much mind control, so much devastation, so much anything. And remember, just think about the large audience that InfoWars has. So whenever Chase goes on there and he just wants to support, think about all the other people he's just affecting, and they get an automatic response to just support Devin Nunes out of nowhere. Isn't that insane? This is what I'm talking about. Our side is truly as brainwashed as the liberal side of Good News on David Knight when he caught the UN flags perpetuating our enslavement, just like how they wanted to remove the identity of the United States. That was the whole point of that ceremony, showing that it wasn't the United States like Donald Trump who got it. It was supposedly the UN who got it back, you know. They would never show the American flag on those soldiers because that would be an existential victory to Donald Trump, President Trump in itself. Just like how Devin Nunes was there for all these scandals and everything, like I have said before, and yet we know nothing. Life goes on, everything, just trying to sweep everything under the rug like we don't exist, like it never happened. It doesn't matter. They don't care. When will people start realizing that the head is sick? It has been compromised beyond belief. It's going to take an act of God to cure it. As I was saying before, since I mentioned the female PT test in the Air Force. Yes, just think about this for a second. These are the minimum qualifications for females under 30 years old. You know, you're supposed to be in your prime at this point. For females in the middle, they have to do 1.5 miles within 16 minutes in 22 seconds. Unbelievable. Could you imagine you even taking 16 minutes to do 1.5 miles? Truly incredible. This is where do you think the fear comes from? Hello, I'm speaking from experience. I'm showing you our compromised head. I'm exposing all the diseased area of the infections that is the United States. It's not a happy world out there that people want to keep perpetrating. Look at this. Push-ups and sit-ups. Oh my gosh. They have to do 18 push-ups. The whore, you misogynist. How dare you force her to do 18 push-ups. Oh my gosh, you heathen. You will suffer for everything that you have done, let alone forcing them to do 38 sit-ups. Oh, now you are the oppressor of women. You are the king misogynist. You are those who you have been the oppressor throughout all of dawn and age of women throughout history. You forced Eve to eat the apple. That was you, because you're forcing them to be in shape. Truly, just absorb that for a second. And then they want to put these women in combat roles and stuff like that. You know, the Air Force is still part of the military. They still have Air Force. You don't think that Air Force bases are going to be hit with missiles and stuff? Hello. Those are prime targets, number one in a war. The hell out of here. That's why I said that everything is a joke, it's a lie. They've been building individual matrices for each and every one of you. You want to act like you're free. You want to prance around like you're awoken, like you've swallowed the red pill, only to have wakened within a dream. Like Morpheus said, if you were to go to sleep and wake up and go to sleep, how would you know that you would have awakened from that dream? You are still trapped within the dream under the guise that you have been awoken. You are still a slave. You are still part of the system who perpetuates this disgusting environment, this pathetic reality that we're being forced to live upon. When will people truly realize that there is no hope until we reclaim the head? We must rise up and reclaim what was lost. Because if we continue on this path, nothing will get solved, nothing will get done. And you better believe those front lines will remain wide open.
Remember to like and share Real.Video and go to QuickDot, and don't forget to buy products at Infowars and Real.Video.com so we can support the real free movement and not all the fake BS out there. QuickDot.